So for this question over here, we already have the cumulative frequency set. And before we go into the graph, there's just one thing you want to keep in mind, that the cumulative frequency starts from the initial number and then it goes to the certain points where it wants to. And normally in graphs, we would plot in the middle point. However, we just plot on the number we've been given to. So right over here. So for 140 to 120, you just plot it on 260 over there. And most of the times you have this curve sort of shape in most of your cumulative frequency graphs. And then the next part is find the median height. In the previous video for quartiles, we did n plus 1 divided by 2. However, that was for a series of numbers. This is on a graph now, so we can just divide exactly where it ends off. And when we find the median, the interquartile, or any quartile, you want to make sure that you use the number which stops at the point. Meaning, for this, it stops at 60. So 60. And let's say if there was a 70 over there, but there was no data on top of it, you would never ever use that as the n number. So you just start from 60. And so 60 divided by 2, simply 30. And then you go on the 30th point for this. Then you draw down. And I got around 169. In most of the answers, there will be a range. So let's say 167 to 171. And then you just write it there. And then it asks us to find the number of people who took longer than 80 seconds to complete the challenge. So what we do is simply just draw the line up to 80. And it's asking us who took longer than 80 seconds. So 80 seconds and plus, meaning 68 and plus. But obviously it's not 68 people. So we do 80 minus 68, which is 12. And then that counts for 12 people. So for this question, they're asking us to plot a cumulative frequency graph. They haven't given us the cumulative frequency, so we can just form it right now. And then we get 100 of the total cumulative frequency. Now, we simply just have to plot it on the graph. So once you've plotted your results on, you draw a line. There we go. And then it says, find an estimate for the median taken. So again, it stops at 100, so we go midway, which would be 50, and 50 is there. So just draw a line across. So we got 51 minutes. So it's still the same. You go halfway, 30. And then you get 128 grams. And then for B, you want to find the interquartile range. Now, if you watch the quartiles video, you'll understand the rules. If you do not know the rules, you should watch that video first. We want to first find the higher quartile or lower quartile. It doesn't really matter. So to find the lower quartile, you do half of 30, 15. And for the lower quartile, it is 122 grams. For the higher quartile, now we know that one quartile is 15, and the higher quartile is basically 3 out of 4. So we do 15 times 3, or you can add the 15 to the 30, which is 45. And then this is 133 grams. So what you simply do now is 133 minus 122 is 11 grams.